Nursing school is a wild ride, but that doesn't mean you have to run and hide. When the going gets tough, don't leave your stress undiagnosed. You gotta call the nursing student coach. Real life tips from a registered nurse. In school and out, she's seen the worst. Now without further ado, yeah, here is your host. It's the Nursing Student Coach.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Nursing Student Coach podcast. This is your host, Nurse Lauren, and you are listening to the podcast for aspiring nurses who want to establish the habits to create success in nursing school. It is my personal mission to help put more great nurses into the world. So if you like what you hear, you can help by liking, subscribing, rating, reviewing, sharing, all of those good things. Today, we have a very special episode with Amanda Inniss. She is a recent graduate of Manhattanville College's accelerated second degree nursing program, and she just passed the NCLEX, which is fabulous. So she has made it to the other side, and she is here to tell us all about it. So without further ado, I would like to welcome Amanda Inniss. Amanda, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so happy that you're here, and congratulations on passing your NCLEX.
Swoop whoop, same to you.
Thank you. You are Amanda Inniss, RN. How does that feel?
It feels a little bit surreal. I can't believe that it's here and it's done, but I'm happy that it's done.
Yes, you did it. That is so exciting. And Amanda and I were in nursing school together, and you are just one of those special people that I just love being around. You have such great energy. You're so positive. And I just want to thank you for making my nursing school experience just a little brighter just by being there. So let's get into it. What got you interested in nursing, and why do you want to be a nurse?
I got into nursing because of my pregnancy and always had an interest in birth and the whole process of birth. And I wanted to become a midwife.
That's fabulous. I think anybody who has you as part of their delivery experience is so blessed and will be in great hands. That's just awesome. I love that you want to do that. It's
Thank
such a
you very
wonderful
much, Lauren.
Yeah, it's such a wonderful path, and I so see that for you. So where do you see your career path heading in the next few years?
Well, what I'd like to do is gain some experience on a med-surg unit or a labor and delivery unit. And from there, I would like to go back to school maybe in 2 to 3 years and start doing my NP in midwifery.
That's so cool. That's just awesome. I mean, and that's what's so great about nursing. I mean, I talked to Professor Kivlahan last week just about how many opportunities and paths there really are, especially if you keep an open mind. You can just do about anything in nursing, and it's great. So you're done. You're done nursing school. You made it through this roller coaster, and you've had some time to reflect. If you could, as Amanda, the RN today, if you could go back in time and speak to Amanda, the nursing student, on day one, knowing everything you know now, what would you say to her?
I would tell her that you got this. You got this, and you're going to get this done.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would tell my old self. Going in, I was so nervous going back to school. I second guessed myself. Can you do this? Are you going to be successful? And it all worked out at the end. And all that anxiety built up. And I should have just told myself, you got this. You're going to do this. Have some confidence in yourself and you're going to propel. Everything worked out.
Everything did work out. And I think that's one of the things that I would tell myself too, is try to chill out a little bit and enjoy this. Because
Yes.
we're coming into this as a second career, and I think we were so worked up and nervous because there is so much pressure. There's so much pressure in nursing school, and just to say, we wanted to be here. We are becoming who we wanted to be. So let's enjoy it a little bit more and know that
I agree.
if you're working really hard, it will work out. It is going to be okay. It does end. There is
Yes.
a whole other side to it that's so
Yes.
bright. And that's what you don't realize until it's over, that it does end, because it feels like it's never going to end sometimes. It just feels so all encompassing.
I agree.
So we have a lot in common, and something that we have in common is we are both parents, and we were parents during nursing school, which is just a whole other level of challenge. So what challenges did you face as a parent in nursing school? And on that same question, what if there's a parent that's out there listening who maybe wants to go back to school for nursing or really for anything, but maybe is a little scared, what would you tell them?
I would tell them one thing: if you can set yourself up in a way that you do not have to working, being a parent, and trying to complete nursing school, it's so many layers and it makes the job even harder. So if they can set themselves up in a way that they don't have to work and they can just parent and go to school, it would make everything so much better.
I agree with all of that. And I'm sure people ask you all the time in nursing school, how do you do this as a mom? I can't imagine doing this with kids. And I always say my first answer was, well, I'm not doing it alone. I have an amazing partner. We have support. We had a whole team of babysitters that would come, and you know how it is. There is the mom guilt. There is the, oh my gosh, I have a paper, I have an exam, and you're going to miss things. You're going to miss pickups and drop-offs and things like that. But it does end. And then you see things like your kids are playing and they're pretending to be nurses, and you just realize, okay, it was worth it. It truly is. So
And
congratulations
the
to you on
idea,
that. And
the idea of working 3 days a week and having 4 days off, that's also awesome. That
yes,
time, the flexibility, it all pays off.
yes. And that's what so many nurses that are moms that are out there, and parents, dads too, that just say it is so flexible. You can shift around your schedule as needed for different things. Did you have any challenges that came up for you that you can remember? Were there moments where you kind of questioned, am I doing the right thing here? Were there any challenges that you faced, and what were those?
For me, the main challenge was time, not having time.
Mhm.
And I did have to take my daughter out of some of her activities, just because I couldn't afford it. And then also I didn't have time to commit to bring her to these activities on the set days.
Yeah. I mean, that is such a reality. I relate to that so hard. And anybody who's listening, who's a parent, that is going to happen, but it's temporary. And
Yes.
I remember things like there was a birthday party, and I had to hire a babysitter to take her to this birthday party because I had to study. It was finals. My husband was working or something was going on. So it's little things like that, but it is such a drop in the bucket compared to the
The outcome.
opportunities that the outcome. Exactly. So that's amazing. And we did it. You did
Yes,
it.
we did
We did it. It's awesome. It's just great.
together.
Yes.
And I wouldn't have
So-
it any other way.
Oh, totally. And I remember you telling me, Amanda is just such an awesome person. I just want to share this quick story. I remember one day, I think it was a Friday, we were having lunch, and I said, oh, what are you doing tonight? And you said, oh, I'm just hosting, I think it was 8 kids sleeping over at my house to just give these other moms a break. And I said, are you serious? That is just unbelievable that you just did that for these other moms. He said, yeah, I'll give those other moms a break, and they do it for me too. But I just love that you have such a good community around you, which
Can
is
I tell
everything.
you, Lauren?
Yes.
Brought up that story on Saturday at 3 p.m. till Monday. whomever wants to stay, whoever wants to leave their kids, I'm hosting another
Oh my
another
gosh.
sleepover.
You are a superhero angel on earth. That is amazing. I love that because parents help each other out. That's what we
Yes.
do. That's what
Yes.
I have that relationship with a lot of other parents or, a few close friends where it's just like, if you're in a bind, just drop them here and I can do the
Yes.
same with them. It's
I
just
welcome the
what we do to
company.
help each other. And especially as a student, just, oh my gosh, you have to organize your time too. I mean,
Yes.
because other people that were in the cohort with us, they would leave class and they would have just the rest of the day. They could go take a nap if they wanted to and then study whenever they wanted to, and we had to go pick up our kids, and then we didn't have any free time until they were in bed. So you have to be a master organizer of time.
I so
In
agree with you.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
would
in nursing school in general, but as a parent it's like 2.0.
yes.
It's
You have to
just
be tight schedule. I remember studying in the library till the last hour, and I'm just looking, and I'm looking at the GPS, and I'm checking out the traffic, and I'm like, okay, I have just the nick of time to get there to get her off the bus, and then it's like mommy mode, like you said.
Yep.
You gotta play, you have to do dinner, you have to do bath time, we have to read. And then I remember, like, I'm like, okay, I need like an hour nap, and then getting back up and studying till 2,
The
3,
night
4
shift,
in the
the night
morning.
shift of studying that happens because that's the time that you have. Or sometimes if you have
Quiet
to
time.
crash early in the morning. It's just whenever you can fit it in. It's just
Yes.
that's what it is. That's our reality.
That is the reality. But as you said, it is temporary. And know, for anyone going into nursing school, know that you can do it, and know that it's only going to be temporary. Don't ever feel ashamed to ask for help.
Mm-hmm.
Closed mouths don't get fed.
Yep.
And
So
persevere.
true.
Yeah.
Persevere and know that you are not alone. You are not the
Yes.
only one that has been through this. People have been through it, and your kids are so resilient, and they're going to look up to you and they're going to look back, and they're going to have a parent who is fulfilled and happy. And that's the kind of parent that you should strive to be, so it's so worth it.
Agreed.
Yeah. So one last question. If you could pick one thing that if you could go back in nursing school, let's just pretend that you had to do the whole thing over again. If you can imagine that. If you had to do it all over again and you could just pick one thing that you would do differently, if anything, what would that one thing be?
So, Lauren, I am a procrastinator.
Okay.
And
We are
to
all
answer your
guilty of that at some
question,
point or another.
yes, I am a procrastinator. I wish that I had allowed myself a little bit more time sometimes to study, because I felt like I would have gotten better grades sometimes had I allowed myself to study more. I did well. I'm not going to complain, but if I could have just added a little bit more time or prepared a little bit better,
Mhm.
I would have been on top, had excellent scores. A little bit every day helps, and then it's not so stressful towards the end. You're not
Exactly.
cramming. So
Yeah, you
try to
can't
build a schedule.
cram.
Even if you don't stick to the schedule, you know where you went wrong.
That is so smart. That is exactly right. I love that. Well, Amanda, I just want to thank you so much for joining us today and for giving all the parents out there a little encouragement and strength. And I wish you luck. I know you are on the job search and you're just going to find the most perfect thing for you, and you could be successful in literally any career, but the career of nursing is so fortunate to have you because you are going to be an
Thank you
amazing
so
nurse.
much.
And I love you.
I appreciate you having me on. Thank you.
Absolutely. And we're just so grateful to have you, and have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you soon.
You too. Thank you.
Okay. Bye. Well, that is going to do it for today. Amanda, thank you so much for coming on the show. That was so much fun. And for all of you listening, Thank you for joining us today. It is my personal mission to help put more great nurses into the world. Thank you for helping me to do that by liking, subscribing, rating, reviewing, and sharing. Follow us on social media at Nursing Student Coach and subscribe to our mailing list, which you can find on nursingstudentcoach.com. Until next time, I love you all. Make it an awesome day. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in to the Nursing Student Coach Podcast.